How's it going, riders? It's Green Knight Shot 48 coming to you with a ride video for the Star Rally ride on 3 May. Big shout out to Scotty Hampton and the Sapper team for putting this ride together. We really appreciate it, and we're glad to be a part of it. This ride is going to cover the route and some potential hazards you may see, and also how to deal with some traffic situations that you see every day. So first off, we're going to be going out the LaSalle gate, and Security Forces is going to be blocking a lot of the roads off with the Sapper team, so that's going to be a great resource for us. Looking on base, just pay attention. A lot of people that are on base are in a hurry, and there's, trying to get to the hospital or wherever it is, and they're not really paying attention to riders out there. So I also see a lot of potential for accidents on base. I've had a couple of close calls. So here's us going out in LaSalle gate. Please be respectful of the security forces and the base policies. Make sure we're not speeding and we're being respectful to them. Should be about 50 motorcyclists, so it shouldn't be too bad. People are going to see us coming, so it'll be pretty good. Coming up here, we're going to come on to Mercury Boulevard. Is going to be our first exit. You're going to see some trash on the road and some hazards. Nothing too serious, but we want to go single file here to make sure that we don't have to have any accidents or any slips. You'll see it right up here coming up on the right. Not too bad, just, if someone's not in line, they might have a rear end slide out from behind them. Also, as we take this exit, make sure you check left and then check left again, because we're going to be coming into oncoming traffic, and there's not too much area for you to be able to merge onto. Once we get on Mercury, we're going to be in the far left lane. That's going to help us when we have traffic on one side of us. So please disregard this part of the video where I'm in the middle. I'm going to go all the way to the left and wait for everybody to catch up. So I'll be pretty slow here so everybody has time to catch up and we can go as one big group. While we're on the subject of Mercury Boulevard is a very dangerous road. There's a lot of traffic going on, a lot of stoplights. I always advise people that when you're coming up to a stop, make sure you check your 6 and look in your rear view, see if the person behind you is actually stopping. A lot of times a car will be texting and driving, and they'll rear end you. So make sure you have a good escape plan. But there should be enough of us that it's pretty prevalent that there's a motorcycle ride going on. Hopefully people are paying attention. Also, to note with that, whenever you come to a stoplight, please make sure that you stop and look both ways and continually to monitor the traffic. When a light is green, that doesn't mean necessarily automatically go. I like to wait a couple seconds, look left and right, and then after the light's green, see if anybody's trying to blow through the intersection that's going to take me out. So now we're on the James River Bridge, and there's some grading on top of that, so we'll be going on to that single file. If you have a skinny front tire, it may wave you left or right. So that's something to concern on the bridge. Hopefully it's not too windy. Here's our second turn. This is going to be onto Highway 258. Real easy interchange getting onto the traffic here. Just make sure you're checking left. Not a lot of hazards on this road. Look pretty good to me. And again, here's what that intersection looks like. The next turn we're going to have is going to be onto Highway 10. This is what that looks like. Also another easy interchange. We're going to make sure that we're checking left, and we're going to stay in the far right-hand lane the entire time. Here's what that interchange looks like again. Right here is where it goes down to one lane. We're going to actually be in the far left lane on this this part of the road. Me and Savage are talking about that right now because we want to make sure that everybody stays together. So we'll be in the far left lane, as I'm telling him right there that I messed up, and that way we don't get split up by any cars. Our next stop is going to be the 7-Eleven. We're going to stop there, get some gas, let people get some water, walk around if they need, and then we'll continue down Highway 10 to interchange 31, and 31 is going to take us to the Surrey Ferry. We'll be on Highway 10 for about 15-20 minutes-ish. And here's what that intersection looks like. This is Highway 31. And we'll be taking a ride on Highway 31 down to the Surrey Ferry. Also of note, whenever you're on Highway 31, it's kind of twisty. It's a nice road, but as you get close to the ferry, there's a pretty abrupt left, and if you are speeding, you will end up in the trees. So just pay attention to that. And this is what the ferry looks like when you pull up to it. Also, when you get onto the ferry, make sure that you leave your bike in gear and you sit on your bike until the ferry starts moving, or at least you have your hand on the brake. Sometimes the ferry likes to move around, and I've seen people drop bikes. Sometimes it's slippery too because it is a steel surface. Also, make sure that whenever you are leaving the ferry, as the ferry docks, that you are on your bike and it's on the side stand. Don't raise it to the upright position because sometimes the ferry likes to rock and it could make you drop your bike. This is a prime example of what you don't want to see. This guy's got about a bunch of loose chairs in the back with a bungee cord hanging in the back. So if you see something like that, make sure that's definitely a hazard you want to pay attention to. The guards are usually pretty good about letting bikers off first. So yeah, this guy is kind of funny. You can see the tailgate flopping around. Definitely something you don't want to see when you're on a ride, but fortunately they don't fall out. Kind of something you don't want to see. But hey, man, you got a truck that fits in there. It's cool. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, what's up? Some more riders. All right, so we're going to continue on this road to James Settlement. James Settlement is pretty much the start of the Colonial Parkway. Really historical area. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. This guy's load starts to shift a little bit here in a second. You'll see me give the eyes over to Savage, like, hey, man, pay attention to that guy. I think some stuff might fall out. But, hey, man, people pack stuff in their vehicles. They don't always care if it falls out. So here's a right on the Jamestown Settlement. This is going to get us on the Colonial Parkway. Really nice road. Colonial Parkway is pretty safe. It's wide open. But also, we need to pay attention. There is 2 construction areas on the Colonial Parkway right now for bridges. They have stoplights. And also of note, there are a couple of potholes to pay attention to. They need to be fixed. But that's something that you want to pay attention to. Here's the second stop sign. You're going to take a left here, and that's going to be getting you on the Colonial Parkway. Like I said, Parkway looks good. It's nice and wide. Another thing you want to pay attention to always when you're on the Parkway is it's a lot of tourists. So they typically want to go slow and see the sights, so that makes people antsy. So they want to pass in illegal areas. And if you're not paying attention, you might get head on by another vehicle because it is, only pass. I think there's only 2 certified passes on the Colonial Parkway. So you might see that. At the end of the parkway, we're going to come up to Ballard Street, and we're going to take a right on that. And this is what that intersection looks like. Take it right there at the stop sign. A little bit of gravel there, but not too serious. And sometimes people don't really understand this stop right here, so it might be confusing for some vehicles that are seeing this many motorcycles. We're going to go down Ballard Street for a real short route to Cook Road. Here's what that looks like. And we'll go all the way down to Cook Road, and we'll take a left on 17 South. This is the intersection for 17 South. Sometimes there's some gravel there, so pay attention to that. We'll continue all the way down 17 South to this intersection, or exit, really. It's 134. I'm sure anybody who's familiar with the Yorktown area knows what this looks like. We'll get on this, and we'll take 134 all the way down to Commander Shepard Boulevard. We'll take a left on that. People like to speed on this road a lot. I'm sure you guys that live on base housing know that, so that's something that you want to pay attention to. Once we get to the end of that, we'll be taking a left on Commander Shepard Boulevards towards Langley, and that gets us off. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you guys had a great day.